So the brand goes back 40 years, Claude, perhaps.
Exactly.
And,
yeah.
So, and Claude in the same village.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Armin Strom started his career in Burgdorf. Burgdorf is a city which is close to the capital, close to Bern, and we call it in Switzerland. It's the door to the Emmental. The Emmental, which is very known for its famous cheese with the big holes. And so in this valley, I think well-educated products, well-fabricated products, if it comes to leather goods, if it comes to clothes, if it comes to whatever, furnitures, this valley is very known for high-end manufactured art. And so Mr. Armin Strom, as a watchmaker, was known first for watch restoration, for high-end pieces, and then he discovered the passion of doing or creating his own brand. But he was living in a city where, farmers, cows, mountains. And so Armin Strom did not get an education in English. So he was not English speaking. He was not French speaking. He was Italian and Swiss German speaking. So this is why a lot of collectors do ask me why we never heard about Mr. Armin Strom. It was most of first of all, it was very limited, his production. It was only 20, 25 pieces a year. And most of those pieces were sold either in Switzerland, Germany, Austria, or he was very successful in the northern part of Italy. And then he got a little bit discovered by Omega. Omega saw what Mr. Armin Strom is able to do.
As they do, thinking about George Daniels as well.
Exactly, yeah. And so they hired Mr. Armin Strom to do a few skeletonized editions for Omega. And this is how he got famous, thanks to Omega. Omega, they never told their client that they do it their own. They always mentioned that Mr. Armin Strom is the guy who did the skeleton work in the 80s and 90s. And this is how he became famous. This is also the reason why he moved to Bienne, which is second largest watch city in Switzerland, and established his workshop here in Biel.
Very, very fascinating story.